Hi everybody, Sal here. I'm the guy that runs the self-defense courses at SE16 in Canada Water. Now, I just wanted to quickly touch base with you all, and I actually came across a very interesting conversation yesterday, and I wanted to share that with you all. I was just hanging around, it sounds dodgy already, doesn't it? But I was amongst a group of people, and there was this personal safety flyer about giving general tips and advice on how to avoid attacks or avoid being targeted actually. And one a lady actually sort of made a comment, and she said, in actual fact, I'd be too afraid to do anything if I did get attacked, and if I did anything, I would actually get arrested for it. And obviously that piqued my interest, and I looked over and I introduced myself, and I just asked her why she felt that way. And she said that, you know, she'd come across a couple of things in the news where people had successfully defended themselves, or the attacker had retaliated even more to the would-be victim. And I introduced myself obviously as a self-defense instructor, and I sort of mentioned, well, if you knew about the law, would that give you more knowledge, and would that educate you as to what you can and can't do? And the answer was absolutely. But she then said, well, but then I would be too afraid to do anything. And it was actually a very, very fair point. Many people do feel that coming onto a course such as this is pointless. Yes, you know, they wouldn't be able to do a technique or pull off a technique. Now, the idea behind the courses are really that nothing happens without your permission, and being able to be assertive, both on a verbal level, body language level, or in terms of a physical self-defense level, to prevent an attack on your person or to your loved ones. Now, the course is educational, and I can't reiterate that enough, but also it's layered. So you get to learn the basics, we get to put that with some sort of type of stress drills, you get to train with different people. But in addition to that, you are given videos. There's a dedicated self-defense Facebook page that you put up posts, you put up questions, and I give answers to in video format or via text, you know, and I'm also available on the phone too. Now, every week there's a recap of those self-defense techniques, and you draw that into that current week's session. So all in all, it starts to become a lot more holistic. You get a 360-degree awareness around you, and also if one technique fails, you know how to move on into the next. Yeah, you also learn in terms of concepts. You learn about fear control, what happens when you're exposed to that, and how you actually react. Yeah, and over 5 weeks, you get to learn a lot more about yourself. You get to learn what you feel are limitations, but are actually a stepping stone to actually stepping up and dealing with a situation at hand. Dealing with it doesn't necessarily just mean fighting in terms of punching or kicking someone away from you or pushing someone away from you. It could be as simple as spotting a situation and avoiding it. That in itself will give you confidence. And I was talking to the lady. Unfortunately, she did not live in Canada Water, otherwise I sort of asked her to come along to this current course. But basically, I sort of mentioned that if she came to a course like that and it gave those pieces of information, would she feel better off with it? And the answer is yes, she would. She was highly doubtful, you know, if we talk realistically about her ability to do that. But that's where I come in. That's where the coach comes in, and it draws your strengths, okay, and develops what you feel are weaknesses or shortfalls in your personal safety strategy in order to become a lot more effective in dealing with potential attacks. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I'm just doing this video in my home, so apologies for the background, but I'm happy to answer any questions, and if you want to throw scenarios my way, please do let me know. But the main aim is really to get you highly aware of how an attacker approaches you, highly aware of how to manage your personal space, and also how to deal with a potential situation. From prevention to verbally talking it down, or to actually physically defending yourself, we have that in that 5-week course. Now, it's a skills-based course. You get to become really, really confident with what you know. And again, like I said, there's always a recap on the Facebook page. So there's always access to me as well. So you're not left to your own devices after the course ends. Yeah. If you have any questions, please let me know. And sorry, the sign came up about low battery. But yeah, so if you have any questions, please get in touch with us and I'll be happy to help you. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.